What if a dream could change your life forever? Tonight, on Voice of Bible, we follow Jacob as he sleeps on a journey of uncertainty and sees a ladder reaching all the way to heaven. A story of prayer, faith, and personal growth that teaches us how God reveals His presence when we least expect it. Before we begin, subscribe to Voice of Bible and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story that will strengthen your faith and inspire your heart. Before the dawn of destiny, Jacob, son of Isaac, walked a path both uncertain and unknown. He was a man on the move, not just through the deserts of Canaan, but through the landscapes of his own heart. Jacob had inherited promises, blessings, and even rivalries from his family. Life had not been easy. The weight of deceit, the shadow of fear, and the unknown lay before him. Yet God's hand, invisible yet powerful, moved quietly, preparing a revelation that would shape his life forever. As night embraced the earth, Jacob sought rest. He laid his head upon a stone, weary from the journey. The desert was silent, save for the whispers of the wind and the faint rustle of the night creatures. Alone, yet not alone, Jacob closed his eyes, and the world of dreams opened wide. In his slumber, a vision unfolded, a ladder reaching from earth to heaven, its rungs sparkling with divine light. Angels ascended and descended, moving between the realms of God and man. And above it all, the presence of the Lord Himself shone like the morning sun, radiant and unyielding. And the Lord spoke, His voice both gentle and commanding. I am the God of Abraham your father, and the God of Isaac. The land you lie upon I will give to you and your descendants. Your offspring will be like the dust of the earth, and through you all nations on earth will be blessed. I am with you, I will protect you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to this land. Jacob awoke with his heart pounding. The vision was vivid, unforgettable. The ladder, the angels, the voice of God, it was real. The promise that God had whispered to generations past had now been spoken directly to him. Jacob arose, his eyes still wide from awe. He took the stone that had served as his pillow and set it up as a pillar, pouring oil upon it in reverent worship. Surely the Lord is in this place, he whispered, his voice trembling with wonder. This is none other than the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven. And Jacob made a vow, a sacred promise to the God who revealed Himself. If God will be with me, if He will keep me on this journey, provide for my needs, and bring me back safely to my father's house, then the Lord shall be my God. This stone that I have set up shall be a house of God, and of all that you give me, I will give 1/10 back to you. Jacob's dream was more than a vision. It was a lesson in faith and prayer. It was a reminder that God is always present, even in moments of uncertainty, fear, or loneliness. The ladder symbolized connection between heaven and earth, between man and God, between the seen and the unseen. Prayer, devotion, and trust in God's promises are not just rituals, they are bridges, like Jacob's ladder, that carry us from doubt to divine assurance, from fear to faith, from weakness to strength. When morning came, Jacob's heart was renewed. He continued his journey, but now with a certainty that his path was guided by God. Every step, every challenge, every encounter carried with it the presence of the Lord. Jacob grew, not just in experience, but in faith, understanding, and personal strength. The promise of God, spoken in dreams, protected by angels, and confirmed in Jacob's heart, became the foundation of his life. It was a covenant of hope, a vision of God's presence that would echo through generations. Jacob's dream teaches us that God is present even when we are unaware. Prayer opens the door to His guidance. Trust bridges the gap between our understanding and His plan. Personal growth comes from recognizing His presence and responding with faith, devotion, and obedience. When we face uncertainty, when the path is dark, and when our hearts are weary, we can remember Jacob's ladder, a vision of hope, connection, and divine promise. God calls us, He provides, and He walks with us every step of the way. As we conclude tonight's episode, remember, your journey may be uncertain, your challenges may seem insurmountable, but God's presence is constant. Your prayers matter. Your faith matters. And just like Jacob, you can encounter Him in the quiet, in the unseen, and in the dreams that reveal His plan. This is the story of Jacob, his ladder to heaven, and the God who meets us wherever we are. This is the story of faith, prayer, and personal growth. This is the story of Jacob's dream.